Okay, this is 10.69.2.2. I've taken a couple of rides,
Churchill Downs.
and it seems to be a lot smoother. It is extremely cautious. See how cautious it was there on that car that was coming. It crept out just a little bit, but then it stopped and had all the confidence in the world that it was going to. I really like the new creep line. It's very cautious on that. It gives me a lot more confidence. I do have it on average. I'm not sure whether the chill or the average makes any difference at all, but that's where I have it for right now. Okay, I'm going to run a little errand over to the Xfinity Comcast store. Notice how it's slowing down here on this curve. Okay, we're going to go around this car, and then I've got a golf cart. So we'll see what it does with the golf cart. Okay, we're going 25. The golf cart's probably going about 20, 21. It's going very slow, especially around this curve. All right, it handled that beautifully, just slightly over the yellow line, but it did a real good job. The problem is, as it was so cautious and going so slowly, I'm sure that I made the golf cart driver a little nervous as to what my intentions were. Because most people here would simply pull across the yellow line and actually accelerate to go ahead and get around the golf cart. Okay, we have another golf cart down here that looks like it's pretty well stopped.
Turn left onto Belvedere Boulevard.
All right, handled that beautifully. I was ready to take over if necessary. Okay, now we're coming up here onto Belvedere. Now this one is a blind, unprotected left turn. And in addition to that, we have golf carts that can come in the golf cart lane as well. All right, creep line. It sees it's clear. Did that very well. Still doesn't recognize this gate, so I'm taking it out and putting on the brakes. Okay. It doesn't. I was going to see if it did stop, but it wasn't about to. It was about to crash right through that gate. So it still doesn't recognize our gates, so I have to disengage for the gates. Alrighty, that'll give you adrenaline a little flow there. I held off as long as I possibly could, but we were accelerating to 30 miles an hour and right through that gate, so I had to take it out.
In 500 feet,
okay,
right onto County
in the past it's had a little bit of a problem getting in the correct lane here. Okay, we are crossing the double white lines, but not that bad. I've seen people, humans, do that a lot worse. Okay, we're going to turn right on red here. And it did that fine. No problems whatsoever there. I'm really impressed with this version. It's a lot smoother, it's a lot more cautious, it gives me a lot more confidence. Okay, neither I nor the car can see the light here. Okay. So it actually waited for the truck to pass under the light so it could see the color of the light. And it slowed down in that case. And then once it could see the color of the light, then it proceeded. Rather than just assuming because the truck was going through it that it would still be green. That was very human-like. Same thing here. See how it's slowing down? And now once the truck passes so we can see the color of the light, it will then proceed. I've never really seen it do that or noticed that before. lanes. That's relatively rare situation, but that is a tall truck. Okay, now we're passing the truck on the right, and it moved over to the left lane. There was no slowdown at all, so it just continued to pass the truck without a problem. Okay, we're coming up on traffic that's stopping for this traffic light here. We'll see if it starts to slow down any. I would start to slow down about here, but it's still moving. Okay, car came out, now we're slowing down. And now that's a little more drastic slowdown. I would like for it to have used the regenerative braking way back there, because it was obvious we were going to have to stop. Plus, that's a police car in front of us. It would be nice not to hit the police car. Okay, the light's now green and we are proceeding. Please don't hit the police car.
In 1 mile, bear left onto Highway 466.
Now, once we get over the crest of this hill, we need to start considering moving to the left lane, because there's a traffic light up here that has a left turn lane, and if traffic starts to block you, it's difficult to get over. Oh, it's doing exactly what I would have done and when I would have done it. That was very impressive, because before it waited a long time before it tried to get into this lane, and many times it would find itself blocked. Okay, we have a left turn lane coming up here.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Rolling Acres Road.
Car crossing our path, it didn't even hesitate. Okay, this is the left turn lane. It got into it very nicely. Needs to put its left blinker on.
Now turn left onto Rolling Acres Road.
Okay, we haven't. All right, there we go. All right. The arrow turned yellow, and it decided to wait, and that was very good. Oh, come on. No, I'm not going to let it do this. All right, this is the most dangerous intersection in all of the villages. I'm not going to let it do this. This is where more people have gotten killed. The problem is, if a car comes, right now there's traffic coming, so there's no problem. But if a car were to come and be in its left turn lane, you cannot see around it. And that's where the danger arrives. Okay, I'm going to re-engage. I mean, the car might have been able to do it without a problem, but that is just such a dangerous intersection. I wasn't going to chance it. Sorry, folks. Under no circumstance, that's a trap. That's a problem. Under no circumstances should that ever be an unprotected green. It should only be protected with a left arrow. Too many people have gotten killed at that intersection, and too many accidents. Okay, we'll see what path it takes.
Feet, go right.
Okay, we should be turning right soon. Needs to get over. Whoa, what was that? Yes, It needed to get into the right lane, and even the navigation said it was going to turn right, but it started to then get into the left lane, and I had to take over. I'm not sure why that occurred. There was obvious disagreement between the navigation, which was correct, and the planner. Okay, we're coming up on our final destination, so I will end the recording here. All in all, I think it did a really, really fine job. The first disengagement, of course, was the gate arm, because I knew it was not going to stop for the gate arm, so you have to disengage for that. And the second disengagement was not because it couldn't have made the left turn. I just didn't trust it, not at that intersection, so I disengaged. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. The third disengagement was it simply made a mistake relative to the navigation. I do not know why. Well, thank you for watching. I think I personally am very impressed with 10.69.2.2.